live. Hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 3 of Venture Maidens presents Descent into Avernus, where we all go to hell in a handbasket.
I'm scared already.
I already hate this.
I'm going to DM like this all night.
Oh my
God.
That
Oh,
would
no.
be ridiculous. No.
What sister is that? The last sister? The final sister?
The sister that they keep up in the attic, but don't really talk about. Anywho, welcome everyone. If we haven't scared you off already, JB, tell us something that's really awesome that's happening tonight.
As you know from our last dice giveaway, we were going to be giving away a set of dice every level of this campaign. What? Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
All you have to do to enter to win this set of jade and gold Die Hard dice is in the chat, type !dead3. Dead3, all one word and all letters, no numbers. !dead3. And if you're not in Quebec or someplace else, I blanked on it, you can win these dudes. And if we do select you and you are somewhere that we cannot send the dice to, I will more than make it up with different PDFs and other things on offer from Drop the Die.
Beautiful. Fantastic. Let's hopefully we don't end up with dead 3 people in our wonderful cast. And to kick this off, I am Sage. I'm going to be your storyteller tonight.
My name is Celeste Conowich, and I will be playing Nalady, your tiefling wizard.
I'm JB, and I'll be playing Lord Roland Belrandan Cadrill, a war cleric.
I'm Katie, and I will be playing Kaylee Bramblebarrel. I am your halfling monk.
I'm Paul Harpering, and I'll be playing Calvin Coleridge, your Fire Genasi artificer.
I'm Naseem, and I'm playing your dwarven fighter, Heronius Dohar.
What are we even doing here?
I am doing, yeah.
Yes.
Well, we remembered the alphabet this time, so
we're off to a good start. I'm so proud of you all.
Kind of killing it.
But tell me, do you remember what happened last time? You're all going to have to help Naseem out since Naseem was being a post-apocalyptic trash witch, you know, living her best life on a movie set.
Yeah.
I hex you.
Yes, we started off, we were in the dungeon underneath the smiling nymph. And we ended last game, we had just started, like, we had walked into this room and there was, like, nasty water everywhere. And there was this creepy lady over a dead guy on the table going, like, oh, I'm going to bring you back to life. And we're like, no. So we started things off really good.
Stop it. You stop that right now.
Yeah, we kicked her behind. Seriously. And then somebody else take it because I have to recrap Naseem's head.
We actually ventured very deeply into the dungeon of the Dead 3, and on our path we bypassed one room that's haunting us at this 4-way stop, and boy, we are gonna go back to that room, y'all. Just buckle up, get ready. It's gonna be the best room in this whole dungeon. We end up finding several different pathways that lead off in branching directions. Including where some noblemen have been tortured, others have been killed. We find some strange, unexplored, undead traps, and either trip them or disarm them. Doesn't really matter. It's all the same difference. A lot of different smells, stinky liquids. It's all terrible down here. No one likes it. Even the cultists. Yeah. Even they're like, it's okay. Because they're staying at the Ramada, In the last area that we ventured into, it was a long corridor in which we found different rooms. Each of the rooms had some different paraphernalia in them. But right now, we are entering the final little legs, we believe, of this dungeon, unless the previous room that we passed is the real way to go. So we're either going to find literally nothing where we're going, or everything. And that's the best I got because there's
Mhm.
just a lot of rooms with different cool stuff in it and flayed people and corpses.
Yes, many flayed people.
Oh, there was a pudding corpse. There was corpse
Oh.
soup. That was a highlight. That's
Yeah.
I was like, pudding? What? That's lovely.
Yeah.
And then
that was definitely a
Yes.
highlight.
Yes, Calvin did science.
Yep. the
Oh yeah,
poking.
there was crowbar, very delicately performed crowbar science to extract some treasure from a skeleton that we discovered. That was under the
Hashtag
giant
crowbar
flying
science.
axe. Oh yeah.
Yes. Our next giveaway phrase. No.
A crowbar of science. So that pretty much sums it up. You have fought many things in here: hordes of zombies, necromancers, cultists of Bane and Ball and Merkel. It has just been kind of a slog getting through this in this kind of twisting labyrinth. And so before you, right as we had finished, you had just finished taking out 6 zombies who were the leftover zombies from the necromancer you had slain earlier. They were just kind of like, we have no purpose now. Hungry. And so as you had come back out of that small sarcophagus room, you were faced with a door in front of you, a door much like any other door in this place, which is to say boring, wooden, and with a handle.
Sweet. Oh yes, I do remember the very last thing we were doing. Melody will go, Waldo, please stop. Waldo.
Yes, we had discovered Melody's imp and the imp that you had found and shackled.
Yeah, so now Waldo is currently teabagging the other the other guy, and I'm just Melody's like dying of embarrassment. Because somebody could see invisibility all of a sudden, right? Wasn't that the?
It's the
your
the
lantern.
Yeah, that Calvin made.
Yep.
Fancy lantern of revealing. Yeah.
Yeah, so now everybody can see Waldo, who is white with a red stripe and little glasses markings around his eyes.
In all his glory. Yes, so yeah, there is this door in front of you.
Kaylee, while all this teabagging is going on, is just going to sit down for a second and just say, ow, because I'm barely hanging on after them zombies. And she's like, maybe we take a nap in this horrible place, or like, if anybody can, help me, I might die. I mean, I'm not trying to be dramatic or anything, but like, I might actually die.
Yeah, isn't Kaylee at like 2 hit points or something?
Yep, she sure is.
Wow. Melody is just like, and she kind of looks at everyone.
I didn't bring that kit with me. Sorry.
But you have so many pockets. You have nothing.
Well, I've got these bits of string, and I've got this wire. I think I've got some more handkerchiefs. I've got a bunch of different pens.
Okay, Calvin, you can
and some
stop.
drill bits.
We get it. Good for you.
I just left it. I'm sorry. I'll bring it next time. I promise.
Okay.
Maybe if we go back into that room and we close the door, I guess maybe we can take a break for a while.
That'd be real super if we could do that. I would like that.
Cool. Melody reaches into her bag and pulls out the spell book that the necromancer had from before, and will like flop down onto the cleanest, driest piece of stone in the room and be like, Roland, just watch the door.
Oh yes, and I can tell you if you all are taking a short rest, I presume.
Yes.
Yes, let me pull up those stats for that necromancer, and I will tell you what spells are prepared today.
Heck yeah. How long does it... I don't think I've ever actually... how long does it take to memorize wizard spells?
I feel like
8
that's
hours.
something that's in the DM's guide, which I never read.
I believe you have to copy the spells in your shorthand anyway before you can use them. So
Yes,
it's a little
yes.
it's a little busted, but whatever.
Okay. That's fine. I will start doing a thing. Tell me some spells. Tell me the spell that you think Malady would think is the coolest, Sage. Putting a lot of trust in you to understand both myself and my character.
Darkness.
Oh, that's a great spell. Oh wait, do I get it for free though as a TFE later? No, I do not. Okay, darkness. Hell yeah. I'm gonna start learning darkness.
I'm gonna go ahead and make up a rule that says it takes 1 hour per spell level.
Cool. I like that.
And then if it's in your specialty of the school that you have that would be aligned with you, it would take half its long.
Onomancy has no associated spells with it.
Fair.
Unfortunately.
I would say necromancy or
I think enchantment would probably be the closest. Maybe
Yeah,
just, like
enchantment
charm spells
or-
and...
enchantment or conjuration.
Rad. Sweet.
Yeah, enchantment makes the most sense.
Yeah. Is there a place that is dry for me to sit on? Because I will not sit down with that anywhere that has zombie filth.
You can go into the second room. The second room had just been empty with a sarcophagus and a smash lid.
Oh,
So
I mean-
you all can fit in that room. And it'll be comfortable and dry and a little dusty, but
Okay.
fine.
Okay. I'm trusting you. Okay. It's fine.
All right. Is there anything else that we'd like to do or anything you guys want to talk about while you're having your short rest?
Nope. I think I would ignore everyone and work on my spells.
Wow, I have 14 hit points. Sick. Level 2.
Roland would stand guard as told by Malady, but he would kind of toss over his shoulder in a hushed whisper, like, "Where did Erroneous get to? Anyone seen him? He should be back by now."
Here's something kind of in the distance, but you're not sure if you really hear it. You're like, what? No.
Okay.
After the last things I heard from Heronius, what kinds of noises are they?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I almost
Oh
put a spit take.
no. Cool. No idea. All right.
Well, I'm napping.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you all get a nice respite, stretch your legs, work out some kinks, have a little nap, and you start to feel a little bit more well rested and put together after your so far brutal stay in this place.
Mm.
All right, so which way are we continuing onward to?
Well,
That new door, right?
should we go there or should we gotta find Heronius? And then now that I think of it, didn't we pass a room?
Wasn't there one room we didn't do on the map? I don't know.
But it's so far back the way we came.
Well, let's go back to see if we can meet up with Heronius, and then if we pass it, then we can peek in.
For sure. There might be more skeletons that we need to do science on.
I'll leave that to you, Calvin.
Yeah, thanks.
Almost like rolling thunder, Roland. As you trudge backwards.
I hate going backwards.
I get that.
Kaylee requests another light spell on her coin as we trudge back.
Please.
Please.
I cast it.
Thank you.
You still have the lantern? Weren't you carrying it?
Oh,
I don't think she.
who has the
Who's
lantern?
carrying it?
I think
Now
you
I
guys
I
had-
gave the lantern
Oh.
to you.
Who's you?
Kaylee.
Oh, I didn't remember that happening. But I'm gonna
Okay.
keep this coin.
I'll hold the lantern, you hold the coin.
Okay, double light.
Oh shit! I get spell slots back. Yes. Okay,
I know,
recovery.
right? I was like, key points. Hello.
Oh. So
I
I'm
forgot about
like,
that.
how do I do short rest?
I'm like, how does D&D Beyond work?
Feeling that too.
Good.
It's an adventure every time. All right. So you want to make your way back towards that room that you didn't get to.
Towards the entrance, trying to find Heronius if we get
Yeah.
to that point.
Fortunately, it is directly along your path on the way there. As you pass through the room that smells of sulfur and rotting eggs, which twists you past the room where you had fought the necromancer, curving up toward like the northwest corner of this dungeon, you come into that 4-way section where it had 3 of the doors printed. Each had a painting of one of the dead 3 gods on them. So if you recall, to the north, which leads you back towards the entrance, there was the carving of the painting of Baal, who's the god of murder. To the east, where you had just come from, is the god Bane, who has his large bucket helm and a black gauntlet. And to the south, where you haven't been through yet, this door bears the marking of Merkel, who is known as the Lord of Bones.
Very cool.
As you get closer to the room that you haven't been to, the sound that you thought you heard earlier starts to become a little bit more clear, and it sounds vaguely like a woman's, like a rhythmic female wail.
I fucking knew it.
I don't. Melody's like, I don't want to go in there.
What?
Oh no, we must return to the unexplored room.
Does anybody know what that sound is?
Kaylee turns back with this shit-eating grin on her face. And she's like, I'll open the door.
I'll be back here. Just like get out of a line of sight. I'm just no.
She hops down and opens the door.
And as you do so, you see that the walls and the floor of this room are covered with streaks and splashes like a Jackson Pollock painting of blood. And you see 3 people who are chained by their wrists inside of a room. You see an elderly human man, a tiefling woman, and your friend Heronius, all dangling by their wrists, chained to the ceiling.
Oh shit.
Erroneous is bobbing his head and in a very poor British accent, in a high-pitched voice, singing, I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Are you waggling your feet?
Yeah.
Oh my word.
That's not what I thought that was going to be.
Hey, friends.
Hey, how did you get up there?
Some jagoffs came up behind me.
I
Culty assholes.
I take my warhammer. I'm not good with locks, but I can take my warhammer and kind of smash where it's dangling from the ceiling and knock them down. And unhook them later.
Off of the 2 cultists that you saw torturing Klim Jasso, you did find a set of keys. So one of you has a set of keys that has 7 keys on it.
Malady. I'm assuming you
Then
grabbed those.
then I will wrap my arm around Heronius and lift him ever so slightly so he is not hanging by the wrist.
Malady is not in the room. Malady is sitting way back.
Malady!
Malady!
You have the keys!
No, I don't.
I asked if you did.
Oh.
Confirmed. Who has the keys?
Why?
Well, we found Heronius and some other people, and we need to unlock locks, and keys generally do that.
Take your time, man. Rolly's got the gentle embrace of a lover. Could be here all day.
Thank you. I
You-
try.
You just hear a splash as Melody just throws the keys down the hall, like, but wimpily, because she's a wizard. So it just lands, like, sort of close to the door.
Also in this room, there's a chair in the middle of the room, and right on the floor next to the chair is a large bucket that's halfway full of salt. and draping over the chair is a bloody whip.
Oof.
Ouch. You guys came just in time, man. I don't know if they were about to come back. There's some people up ahead, and they were looking for stuff. Some more culty folks. We better get out of here soon.
Did we meet them already?
What do they look like?
They had some freaky dragon faces and these crazy daggers that look like dragon claws.
I don't think those were the same cultists.
No, I don't think we've seen dragon.
Like some type of dragon cult.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
no, that's not real. Is this fucking no? Rise of T-Mat fucking
We
crossover.
thought
I
we
hate
thought
it.
we escaped, but never. There will always be
No,
dragon
no,
cultists.
no. Katie and I, in a different stream, far, far away, killed that bitch. No way. Unacceptable.
Oh, you think you killed her?
Wait, can I be a level 16 druid and take care of this again?
Wait, let me get my bard in here. Hang on.
Where's Ted?
You did this.
All
Damn
right.
it.
Well, let's get these people down.
Oh my god.
Somebody taller.
Yeah.
I don't know if that fella's still kicking, but yeah, maybe this lady.
Roland, you want to lift him up and I'll get the locks?
I'm already holding him up. Yes, Calvin, come on.
Okay. Yeah. I
If
got
you
it.
need to climb on me, feel free.
Hey, I'm not that short. He
I know. It could be easier for you.
unhunches his shoulders and actually sits up or stands up straight. Yeah, and reaches up. Unlocks everything. All the folks.
Thank you, friends.
Yeah, you see as you let the other people down, you see that the man, you feel him, his body is cold. You can definitely tell that he is dead. The tiefling woman, she just seems to be unconscious.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I mean, we're not that far from the.
We have to go. We should leave her. Our mission is so important.
What?
What?
I mean, we're right by the spa.
She could
Why
be
can't
a
we just?
cultist. I don't.
But
But why would she have been locked up if she was a cultist?
Haven't you ever heard of bluffing?
Yeah. That seems like a big bluff.
Yeah, you do what you want.
Well, let's at least get her up the stairs. Right? Is she breathing? Okay.
Is
Roland-
the salt bucket a smelly salt bucket?
It's like a smelling salt bucket.
Just regular salt.
Okay.
Roland
Check
will take a moment while they're discussing what to do with the living tiefling woman, and he'll take the corpse of this man and pull it out of the bloody room, and he'll put his holy symbol of Kelemvor on the guy's chest as he's laying there, and cross his arms and close his eyes, and he'll say a very quick prayer, Kelemvor, watch over this soul. And then he comes back into the room and looks very pissed. And he's like,
I'm sick of these cultists. I'll dash their skulls apart.
yeah, Kaylee jumps up to high five him.
I'm
high
gonna,
five.
I'm gonna scoop a bunch of the salt into a pouch. Get salt sells for pretty good money.
Yeah.
While you're doing your beautiful right, and Melody's like, yeah, okay.
Kaylee picks up like a foot on this tiefling woman, and she's like, "All right, I got the back. Let's just put her up there on one of those massage tables, and then we'll be right back to it."
Okay, sounds good.
We got this.
Yeah, totally.
All right, we take her upstairs and put her on a massage table, I guess.
Yeah, this four-way intersection was very close to the entrance of this dungeon, and so you just go through the main chamber, up the stairs, and you can bloop the layer on there. It doesn't seem the woman that you had met earlier, who he had escorted back who you had who you had escorted out of this room hasn't come back at all, it seems. And it seems much later in the day, so it's pretty quiet. You don't think you hear anyone else in the pools. So are we gonna head back down again, or what are we doing?
Yeah, let's go back to that door that we came from.
Malady is gonna look over at Heronius and be like, "Are you okay?"
Well, I think I'm
That's so
alright.
kind.
You want to take a look? Feel free.
I'm sorry. What is happening right now?
I'm ready for inspection, baby.
I would rather die, so I'm going to walk away now. Okay, and she does. She walks out of the hall. Another reason why Malady thinks she should never be nice to people. Proof.
So you storm awkwardly off down the hall. It's like one of those awkward goodbyes where you say goodbye, but then you have to keep walking in the same direction. You're just like, I hate that you're here. We have to like walk on the same cement. So you guys twist your way down all of these corridors, turning, splishing, splashing in and out of water until you come to this presumably unlocked door in front of you.
So you're telling Lord Roland that we doubled back all the way and then doubled back again back to where we were? He riots. He's like stomping at this point.
Damned dungeon, damned cultists, damned backwards.
Yeah. Cole, you want to open the door though?
I kick it open.
Melody's in the back.
It bangs.
Just Celeste screaming that the whole series.
This whole game will be Melody's in the back. She's not here.
So you kick this door and it clangs and batters off its hinges, and as the door settles lazily down onto the ground now, you just catch the glimpse of a black-robed figure stomping further off towards the hall, yelling, "Intruders!"
We were subtle as fuck.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah, it happens.
And you see further down this hallway, there are 3 kind of like small little passages that curve off into rooms. So it's like 3 fingers, and at the end of these fingers, you see doors leading into rooms. And you see he's heading off towards the middle one.
How far away is this guy?
About 30 feet away.
I would like to cast a spell if I had time to do that.
Sure.
Or if he rounds the corner, that's fine.
What would you like to cast?
Cantrip, Toll the Dead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just imagining in this blustery rage, I kick the door open, I see this guy, "Intruders!" And I whisper this arcane word, and he has to make a wisdom saving throw. Tong.
Yeah,
That is
everybody
a
knows.
whopping 11.
Yeah.
It fails.
Yes.
And he takes 8 points of necrotic
Wow.
damage. Maximum damage.
You see as you blast him after this ringing of this Dolores bell, and you see it thumps him right in the back. He goes, "Ah!" and he kind of stumbles a little bit as he goes, and he flings open the door into this next room.
Run, coward!
Calvin's gonna take a shot with his crossbow.
Cool.
Oh, and he's gonna get a 9?
That
A
does
10?
not hit.
No. I got him too, Roland. Thunk. Oops.
Heronius is completely facing a stone wall, and he takes out his axe and he says, "Let him come, man. We can do this." And you have the sense that he's concussed to his perma-high. but he's like, we can take him. Let him come.
I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion and build shadows around myself as I hide.
Vicious blob of shadows appears along the stone hallway.
This is so weird. I didn't remember this wall being this long, but I guess it is.
Are we all running off towards down this hallway?
Yeah,
No.
Kaylee climbs up onto Roland's shoulders again, and she like sticks her finger out. She's like, "Let's get him!"
Like an angry boar, Roland just runs forward.
All right, beautiful. Before we roll initiative, tell me, what are y'all's passive perceptions?
Oh.
Enough.
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
13.
Mine,
And
mine is 14, which I think is the highest.
What
Yeah.
was yours, Naseem's?
10.
Okay. Yeah, for anyone who got a 13 and up, you notice as you're running down this hallway towards this cultist, you see that towards the middle of the hallway there is this really just a lot of like worn into this particular one of the stones, as if a door has been opened in and out, and there's like a lot of footprints in this area. So it takes you off like maybe there's a secret door there as you're
Mhm.
bolting down this hallway.
Okay. To be clear, Malady is not bolting down the hallway. She's letting everybody else do it and staying
Fair.
where she is. And then she's gonna yell, secret door here. Okay, just don't get flanked. All right, bye.
yeah, Calvin is kind of like torn between like keeping an eye on Heronius because obviously he ain't quite right now. And like charging off after you all, and so he's kind of like shuffling back and forth like wait, what? Secret door?
Heronius is still facing the wall and freaks out that he's hearing a voice coming out of shadows. Like, "Ugh!
Oh my god.
Where are you?
Oh my god.
Someone there?
No.
I can hear you. You're there."
No. There's an edge of weeping coming into the voice.
Kaylee just has eyes forward, bloodlust in her veins.
We're already like 30 feet in front of
Okay, clearly two people in this party are really good at adventuring, and it is not Malady, Heronius, or Calvin. I'm just saying.
All right, let's go ahead and roll some initiative as we decide what we're going to do with our lives.
Oh no. I get a 7.
I would like to share that I got new bloody spattered dice for this.
Ah, sick.
Oh, that's brutal.
I'm using Moonstone.
You got a 7? That's pretty good. I got a 3.
Haha, eat my dust.
Wow. I got a 12 for Malady.
13 for Hero.
I got a 20.
Damn!
Yes.
Roll
Let me just
damn.
ride this wave into combat.
All right, well, then you have the first move.
What do I see? Who do I see? What do I smell? What's it feel like?
Oh, you hear the clattering and stomping and storming of your footsteps upon this stone ground, and you see this black-robed figure throw open a door into another room off of these like little short passageways. And you see within the room, you see pretty small room. It has a sarcophagus, and you can guess like at least 3 other people in that room as he's yelling, "Intruders! Intruders!"
So yeah, it would just be when I go in, Warhammer swinging.
Beautiful.
I can't make this shit up. Oh,
Did you-
20.
Nice. Pew, 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 pew.
Alright, it's JB, this group. It's JB.
Honorary sage.
17 points of bludgeoning damage.
He is dead. Super dead.
14 plus 3. Woo! Woo!
I have to, yeah, at first as he hears the clanging of this ominous bell ringing down the hallways, and then you ring his bell with your hammer, and he collapses, skull crushed in onto the ground.
There's like spittle stuck off of Roland's mouth, hanging off of his chin. I'll kill you! He's just screaming.
And as you're standing in this doorway and this light is flooding in from behind you, and now you see 4 other people standing in this room who were like getting their weapons ready, and they see you with this spittle like flying off your mouth, and they look terrified.
Yeah.
Anything else on your turn?
That is it for me. I am done with my turn.
All right, hero.
Hearing what probably sounds like a crazy fucking crash and kerfuffle down the hall, he
Definitely
swings around to the noise and throws his battle axe up into the air and completely gives away his position and just starts screaming down towards where he heard the noise. I'm coming!
And you can shoulder past Roland, and you see these 4 people who are now looking even more scared. Is this crazed man comes running up behind this huge man, and they're like, oh no, the only way out is through that door.
Oh no.
With no grace whatsoever, he just kind of starts like spinning with his axe and goes for the closest cultist to him.
Nice, perfect.
That's 25 to hit.
Most certainly does.
God,
Wonderful.
Damn it. I don't think I need to get in there. I'm good. I'm good out here.
Just hang out in the darkness.
That's my life.
8 damage.
Oh my god.
All right. Anything else hero is gonna do?
I think that's it. I don't.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, Melody, are you just gonna sit and chill?
I mean, okay, so I'm like back in the hall. So there was like a larger room, and then there were 3 doors that led off, right? And
so you're running. You're running down this like 30-foot long hallway that's about 10 feet wide, and it leads into these like 3 little small, and it branches off to like 3 small hallways that immediately have doors, and then in the middle of the hallway is the potential secret door you had detected.
Okay. I think Melody does want to stay out here. Like, she's good. But she does want to keep an eye out to see if, like, anybody is coming from different directions. So I think I want to hide, like, again, like, in the shadows and just make sure and, like, ready in action in case any hidden assailants come out into the room.
Totally.
So on my stealth boy, I got, a 16. So again, yeah, I'm gonna pull my minor illusion just to like make things just a little bit hazier around where Melody is hiding and like sort of creep into a corner and have Waldo like with me and be like, shut up. Yep, he's the worst.
He just makes awful sounds.
Yep.
You're like,
Waldo just good.
And then, so in the room is Roland and Heronius, and these other 4 individuals begin to ready spells and blast them at you, Roland, as you get hit by some eldritch blasts.
Oh, warlocks. Fun.
Ooh, what is your AC?
My armor class is 18.
Dang.
Excellent. Well, a bunch of them like bounce off all over the walls as Hero it comes swinging in with this axe, and they're trying to duck beneath this axe and get in position. One of them hits you square in the chest, and you will take ouchies 20 damage as you get perfectly hit, like in the chest and face. And
so
it
Roland
points.
goes and crumples backwards leaving Kaylee to just fall onto the ground, unconscious.
Oh no, you're down?
Mhm.
F.
16 hit points.
Ooh.
Kaylee, it's your turn.
So Roland falls back and Kaylee like jumps out of the way just in time, and she like looks down at him and then like slowly looks up.
Oh, no.
Just furious, and she's gonna run towards the one that Hero hit. And that is a 25 to hit.
Certainly does.
And that's going to be 8 points of damage as she just
Awesome.
punches him in the stomach. And then I'm going to Flurry of Blows for a key point. And I'm going to punch again. That's a 22.
Oh, yeah.
And that is a 7 points of damage.
So does this man just crumple to one of your signature nut punches?
She punches him once, and then she like looks up at him and she's like, scream, and then just like punches right through his stomach.
God.
What the hell?
Ricky O level business.
No.
And he and you feel the squelching of innards on your hands.
And then I
And
have
he-
one more.
Oh yeah.
And that's an 18 plus 5. So.
Oh yeah.
And that's 9 points of damage as she just turns her body and just kicks the guy in the side, leaving a huge welt next closest to her.
Nice. Excellent. They're looking a little scared. What is Calvin gonna do?
Calvin, seeing Roland fall over, lets out a fierce battle cry. Ah! And flips a bunch of switches on the sides of his crossbow, and it starts to arc with electricity as I cast Arcane Weapon. So I'll get to do some extra lightning damage if I hit. And kicks in behind and takes a shot at the closest cultist. That is a 24.
You do it.
Woot.
Good. Yes.
Excellent.
7. So 9 piercing damage and another 3 lightning damage.
And so as Calvin lets out this terrifying battle cry and lightning shoots from this crossbow, you see its bolt lands true straight to the heart, and the electricity crackles it and takes down another one of these cultists, so that there are just 2 left who are trembling and look ready to pee their robes. And Roland, go ahead and make me a death saving throw.
Ooh, first one of the show.
7. So that is a failure.
That's not great.
I don't know that any of us have healing. So.
No.
Except
You
for
have a
Roland.
medicine skill.
Well, Hero, what are you gonna do?
I'll stand over Roland or just in front of him and take like a defensive position so if anyone comes near him. But if there is a cultist close by enough that I can reach with my battle axe, I will take a swing.
Yes, definitely. You can definitely manage to nail one.
Okay, then I shall. For friendship! Aw, it would have been a nice moment, but I rolled a 6.
Oh, your heart's too full as you're wildly swinging your battle axe around the room. Melody, you have not seen anyone come through this hallway yet. But yeah, so
Okay. So I think I probably heard Roland fall.
Yes.
So I'm going to like. Melody does that. She goes, and like looks around like down the halls and kind of like creeps over, like still trying to like be stealthy-ish and kind of like survey the room and see there's two cultists, and she's gonna like go to Roland and like, you know, like slap his face, and she's gonna say like, Roland, like in that voice, in the way he says, so Roland, and she's gonna make a medicine check to try and stabilize him.
Cool.
Wow, that's a 19.
You definitely managed to do so.
Okay, so Roland, you hear your name being called, tugging at your heartstrings, waking you.
My favorite name.
All right, and then once I see like he's not like in danger, I'm gonna kind of like shuffle back in a way, like out of the room.
Nice. Okay, yeah, definitely. Beautiful. All right, and with that, the cultists, having no obvious exit, are now taking their staves. They're just kind of like just trying wildly swinging them back at Hero, and they're just like kind of like, please don't hurt me. Let us go. I don't want to be here anymore. And so they will have disadvantage, and they just fail miserably. Hero manages to bob and swing between deftly between all of their heartless thwacks. And Kaylee.
Kaylee, just as quick as she'd gotten to the other two, she just runs up and just keeps going. That's gonna be, Jesus, that's another 18 plus 5, so 23. That's just 6 points of damage.
Nice.
And then her bonus action, that's Leska, that's 13? Does 13 hit?
Yes.
Ha! All right, and then another 7 points of damage.
Ooh, this one is not looking hot. All right, well, Calvin.
Yeah, he hasn't stopped screaming this entire time. He's still just
poor sweet summer child,
and wheels around and fires at the last remaining cultist. Does a 14 hit? Oh, sweet. That is gonna be 4 piercing damage and 6 lightning damage.
As Calvin is still screaming and firing his bolts, he manages to finish off the last one.
Hell
Yay.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Kaylee like takes some deep breaths and then like kind of turns and looks at Calvin, finally realizing that he's still yelling, and is like, it's okay.
Is he okay?
I scamper
Looks
over.
at Roland.
He's not dead, but I can't. I mean, I say from the outside room.
I rolled for 1 hour on my D4.
Oof.
Well, how is he gonna be? Do we need to take him somewhere? I didn't bring that kit with me. Damn it! I'm never forgetting that kit ever again.
Well,
what do we do?
Hero's just gonna start searching the dead cultists, see if he finds any potions or anything on them.
Yeah, Melody will help, like look around the room for anything of note.
Kaylee strokes Roland's cheek. Buddy.
So these cultists that were in here, these were they were wearing black gauntlets, which symbolize their patronage to Bane, who is more of like a warrior warrior god. So these do not have any potions, unfortunately. But there are the 2 other rooms in here that you can search.
Okay.
Yeah, let's look.
Yes, we got the leftmost one and the rightmost one.
Malady will stand 10 feet back and let Heronius open whichever door.
All right. I'll take the right one.
Okay.
So going into the right one, you see 6 dusty sleeping bags just kind of strewn about on the ground that are surrounding a sarcophagus in the middle of this room, which is filled to the brim with various humanoid skulls and bones.
Yeah.
Those are for science.
We should take some and just throw them at things we think are traps.
There you go. And those are the only features you see in this room.
All right. Round 2. We go to the left door.
In this small... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just 10 feet back.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I
as
just
you-
want to make it very clear now.
Are you still
I'm
in
not in the
shadows?
business.
I am not in shadows. Unless you look
Okay.
at me too much, then I will go into shadows.
Oh my god. Ronus is not having a good time right now.
And so as you go into the leftmost room, you see a similar setup. Small room, there's a sarcophagus in the middle. This sarcophagus is filled to the brim and is spilling over just a little tiny bit with blood.
That seems really wasteful and hard to maintain.
Shall I open it? It could be something in
Hey,
here.
Calvin. Calvin,
Yeah.
we need your thing. I'm gonna wave at the nasty sarcophagus. The
Oh.
crowbar.
Yeah.
Crowbar science.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll be right there. You're taking care of him, right? And he looks at Kaylee.
Muted.
Yeah, muted.
I'm on
But I
it.
got it. Okay. Yeah, so Calvin runs over and yeah, examines it for a minute and then lifts the crowbar of science up and kind of like lines it up and then just proceeds to try and like wedge it into the top.
Oh, so the sarcophagus was open. The for on all of
Yeah, I was thinking you could poke it to see if there's anything in the blood.
yeah, on all of these, the lid has been hanging lazily off to the side or broken in half. So you can shove your crowbar into the vat of blood if you'd like.
Figured like I'd go fishing.
My mistake. Yes.
Well, you know Malady is standing there with her judgment eyes the entire time.
So he slightly less enthusiastically, sort of scrapes the crowbar along the inside of this sarcophagus.
And as you do, you hear your crowbar of science clink against some kind of thing.
Oh, well, okay. Well,
It's a potion. He dives his hand in the blood and starts searching for it.
roll my
love
sleeves
him.
at least.
And as you plunge yourself into this, this huge sarcophagus, which is probably about 3 feet deep and 6 feet long, and just blood just splashes out and like ripples off over the edge and just splatters against the wall, and you dig your hands around in this viscous, sticky, sweet vat of blood, and you manage to find a canister containing the familiar red liquid of a potion.
Hey, well, that was well timed. But this is why Malady stands 10 feet back after this fucking blood rain. Like,
Yeah,
God!
Calvin looks like one of the tourists at SeaWorld who didn't realize what they were getting into when they like sat in the front row.
Yeah, like, oh no.
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, just a few minutes later, he springs up out of the blood coffin, splashing once again blood into the room, and goes da 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 da. The vial.
And the blood is still warm in this pool, which
Oh.
is maybe even more disturbing. The other thing that you find at the bottom of this pool is a loofah.
Well,
You know, Cash. But yeah, so would you like to feed this bloody potion to Roland?
yeah, I struggle climb out of the coffin and slosh my way over to Roland.
I
And
think when you guys come into the room, Kaylee's like, ah, what?
Melody's like, I know. I don't know. Mm.
We found a potion.
Oh yeah, you
I
did.
don't really want to talk about it otherwise.
Oh, if you guys are okay, then it's fine. Let's get this into Roland. Maybe wipe. Here, let me just. She like takes her petticoat and just like wipes off the mouth of the vial. Okay, all right, go. Put that in there.
I have to like angry pee. This is so gross.
I'm gonna grab my dinner real quick.
It gets like this close to Roland's mouth, and then Kaylee's, wait, you know what? Maybe press to digitate too, and then into the mouth.
Does it work?
Oh yes. So as you do, and you make very sure that this bottle is clean and hygienic. You feed it to Roland, and Roland, life returns to you.
Calvin, covered in blood, is like leaning directly over you. Oh, good, you're back! And he's so excited and so covered in blood.
Yay!
Roland makes some assumptions. And he says, I'm proud of you, Kevin.
Oh!
Thank you for avenging me.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Of course. Us adventurers got to stick together. And yeah, we guarded you. We avenged you.
I feel as though someone's danced on my chest.
I sit up.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I noticed that Kaylee's not covered in blood.
My protectors.
Thank
Melody
you for watching
is
it.
not covered in blood either, because God.
You
Oh,
receive-
you're still here. Hello, Melody.
You don't know my name is Melody.
Hello, Im.
Thank you.
Uh,
Nobody knows my name is Melody, and I will never
Kayla-
tell anyone.
Katie, can you roll the d4 plus 2?
Is it 2d4?
2d4 plus 2.
There you go.
Yes. That is 7 points.
Hey.
Whoop, whoop. All right, so we have these 3 rooms that you have explored, for better or for worse, and the potential secret passage.
Yeah, Melody will just clear her throat again, because that's the only way we haven't been, right, at this point?
Yes, correct.
So, yeah, that secret passage, that seemed pretty promising.
Yeah, where was that?
I, wave a hand back towards
Okay.
the hallway.
Oh, yeah, we really ran right past that, didn't we?
Calvin goes over and tries to find the mechanism for it.
Make an investigation check.
While Calvin's doing that, I am going to quietly chant to myself for a moment, and this kind of gray, bruised light washes over me, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on
Very nice.
myself.
Very nice. Yep.
Calvin got a 15 on his investigation.
And so as you begin to line your fingers through the stone, yeah, you can definitely see that there is a place where the door slides, and you like run your fingers up and you find a little stone to press in, chuk, chuk, and you see whoosh, this door slides open and out spills water into the hallway that you're standing in.
Great.
And you hear the faint dins of battle coming off from just like maybe just another room over.
Battle?
But you see this battle. You see this room before you. It's about 10 feet wide. It's really more of like a glorified hallway. It's about 10 feet wide and 30 feet long. And to the right, as you begin to slosh through, you see to the right there's another little passageway. But then at the end of this hallway, it turns and makes a sharp left turn into presumably another hallway. You also see that at regular intervals, there are these large hewn stone columns that are supporting the ceiling of this place.
Can we tell where the sound of battle is coming from? Down the hall or one of the doors?
Coming off towards the left. So down the hall and to the left.
And does it seem like this water has a source? Like, is it coming under the door that we see, or what?
It's been like the water that you've seen thus far is just like this sloshy,
Seeping.
stagnant water.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gross.
Somehow this might be worse.
Better than nothing. And Hero dives in to try and rinse off the blood that's all
Why
over
are
him.
you like this?
But
Should we go check that out, or should we wait for them to kill each other? I mean, I'm fine either way.
It could be one of the prisoners putting up a fight. I didn't think we should leave them.
Oh.
will you say that word again?
Prisoners?
Oh, all right, cool.
Fight?
Yep.
What
you're
word?
good, man.
Which one?
You did it. You did it great.
Leave?
No, you sound great.
Thank you.
I just loved your voice. I needed to hear it again.
Anyway.
Are we quite done? Can we leave, please?
Why are you so far back? I can barely.
Because I'm waiting for you to move forward.
I go forward, headlong, shield up, screaming. Ah! Through the water.
Are we going off towards the left or to the right?
Left, follow the columns.
I guess towards the battle.
All right, and as you do so, you're having to slosh through this water, and you just hear the as your feet are just barreling through this. And as you make that left, this hallway opens up into this large cavernous room, and the stone floor has buckled up to form this island in the middle of this water, where you see one 7-foot tall, hulking human of a man who has this like huge scar across his face that's some kind of looks like an old burn, maybe like from his childhood, missing half of his hair, and he's wielding this fuck off huge hammer. And then he is doing battle with this smaller, more svelte figure you see the exposed muscle on their face as if it's been flayed. And they're wielding these treacherous black daggers. And in the water, you see tons of old torch stubs and the bodies of 4 of these cultists who've just had their skulls caved in. Yay!
My brother. Not literally. Not literally. Ah!
Yeah, he looks exactly like the Hound from Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Perf. Bestie.
So is there anything to distinguish? So they both look really creepy. Is there any way to distinguish which cults they might be part of?
So the one with the dagger you would definitely know would be a cultist of Baal, who is the god of murder, as their favored tools are these long, black, menacing daggers.
Okay.
The other guy doesn't look like a cultist, at least not one of the dead three.
But we did hear about another weird.
You heard about cultists who were wearing these like very draconic masks.
And that's not this guy either.
Nope, he is bare chested, wearing pants and a belt.
I think he's a friend. So
Well,
I will
find out.
help him. Ah!
All right, let's roll some initiative as we figure out whose side we're on.
I'm on no one's side. I'm on my own side.
I got a 13.
Ooh,
14.
I got a 22.
17 for Calvin.
17 for
Damn, I guess that's gonna be me.
Melody was a 22. What did Heronius get?
14.
14.
14.
And then what did
8.
8? Beautiful. And cool tea man. All right. So first, yeah, you see this huge, just hulking, massive man, and he swings back his hammer, and you see he looks like he is just been bleeding profusely. He looks like shit, and he is just trying to swing with the little bit of life he has left at this cultist who he's duking it off with. And you see his hammer clangs into the ground. And then as he misses, and then Melody, what would you like to do?
Well, I mean, Melody is sort of in favor of everybody down here just taking care of themselves. Because this is all bad.
Self-care.
Yeah. Yeah. So if they want to fight it out, like, that's awesome. So Melody will like move. So she's down, not in the room, but she has like line of sight to everything that's happening. And she's gonna like kind of look around at everyone and see that no one else has gone yet or made a move, so she doesn't know what to do in the situation. So she's going to hold her action until her companions clearly like choose a side.
And as you're looking around the room and like trying to like check in with all of your friends, being like, what are we doing here? You notice that to the right of you on the far wall, there are 2 passages that lead off of this room. And to the south, there is like another little rough-hewn cavernous tunnel that leads to like another little room off the side of this.
Okay, so I might creep in then. I might actually go into the room, but not deal with the fighting situation and like go to a
you can
corner,
definitely
and watch. Just keep and watch for anybody who bursts into the room, and I'll hold my action to deal with them.
Cool. Would you like to go off to the left or to the right?
To the right.
Cool. All right. So it'll be next to the 2 passages.
Okay.
And you've got your action readied, and then Calvin.
Who do I need to shoot? He yells at Roland.
The culty-looking one.
Okay.
Small guy.
Zoom. Yeah, so he'll take a shot. Wow. And get a 22.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it's still all light. That spell lasts for an hour, so it's still all lightninged up and zappy. So it's gonna be 9 piercing damage and 2 lightning damage.
Very cool, very cool. All right, yes, your bolt flux true into this individual, and then it is Hero.
Who did you attack?
The one with the daggers. The culty looking one.
The little guy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man, let's do this. I'm gonna throw. Do I throw it? No, I guess I'll take 2 hand axes in either hand and just go like running at the culty man
Nice.
for his like the back of his knees.
Oh, brutal. Go for it.
Do
Got a lot of lower body horror tonight.
Yeah, seriously. And every night.
might be unsuccessful because I got a 14.
That is successful.
Oh hey. Shall I roll 2d6s for both of them?
So you would be hitting one with like your main hand, and then as your bonus action, you can make an attack with your offhand.
Oh,
So
okay.
This will be for your main hand first. So you'll add your
Gotcha.
either your strength or your dex, and then the d6.
Yeah. Strength. 7 damage for the first one.
Cool.
So for the second one,
And then when you attack with your offhand, do you have the dual wielding fighting feature?
I do actually.
Oh yeah, then you'll add your strength to your offhand as well.
Yeah, but that was a 9.
That will not hit, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right, Kaylee.
So Kaylee just like launch pads herself, taking out her sickle at the same time, and basically tries to wrap the curve around the guy's neck with the sickle, and try to cut him with that. That's a 14.
That's gonna do it.
Okay, that will be 6 points of damage.
Nice.
And then she'll just like try to kick him in the butt.
Pew!
And that's a 23. So,
Oh yeah.
all right, and that's 9 points of damage.
Nice. Excellent. That butt has been kicked. Roland.
I was plugging the dice giveaway. So Roland's taking some big strides into this room in his knee-deep water, and it still feels like he's been hit in the chest by a mammoth. So he actually stands a little back and sees Heronius and Kaylee running forward and attacking this guy and having some trouble landing some hits. So he pulls a flask from his pocket, kind of hastily drops his warhammer, pulls a flask from his pocket and takes a little swig and spits it. And he's going to cast Bless. And he's going to cast Bless on our giant new friend and our 2 little friends.
Yay!
And they can add a d4 to any attack roll or a saving throw for the next 1 minute or as long as I can concentrate on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And that's going to be it for me.
And all right, Colty man, he's got some people all up on him. So first, he just got his butt kicked. So he's gonna turn to our little small friend here,
Which one?
Kaylee, and he is going to hit. And when any of you are hit by this culty man with his pointy daggers, you are vulnerable to piercing damage as he emits this horrible aura of pain and suffering and murder. Murder most foul.
Murder.
I'm getting ready to write a sternly worded message to Chris Perkins.
And that will be 8 damage as you are stabbed right under the ribs with this black dagger.
Ow. That really hurt.
But now that you are all flanking with new giant friend up here, he's gonna attack back at Pointy Friend and get a clean hit to the back of his knees as he clangs them with his hammer. And does some damage. And then Malady, what would you like to do?
Okay, so I guess Melody's like, okay, I guess we're doing this. So she is going to go ahead and cast Chill Touch. And so she's going to summon her skeletal ghostly hand, and it's going to go around like the mouth and nose of the smaller guy and like just like start smothering him. So
Mother.
Is a 17 going to hit?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, how much damage was a d8? Oh, yes. Okay, so that's 4 damage, and it hangs on here, and he can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn,
Nice.
just in case he's got any
Right.
tricky tricks.
Kelvin.
He manages to keep from screaming in the same way he did during the last encounter.
We're growing.
But yeah, fires again. And that will be a 23 to hit.
Oh, definitely.
And 6 piercing damage and 3 lightning damage.
Very nice, very nice. This dude is starting to look bloody himself. Hero, let's see if you can finish him off.
Okay, he looking bloody. We're gonna try again with them hand axes.
Nice.
So first one. Ooh, yes. 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
CX. You also said add a D4 for just attack
The
roll?
attack. Mhm.
Okay, well I didn't, but it hit. Just that good.
We're gonna go in with your offhand for bonus action.
Oh, okay. I rolled the damage, but I'll roll for the second hand. Okay, well that was a 6. So let's get out that D4. Oh. Okay. So 7 plus 4, 12.
Not
11?
quite.
Okay. So then just the other one is a 6. Damage.
Perfect. Got it. All right. And then hero Kaylee.
Yeah, so she's still just like trying to hang on so that she doesn't like dip into the nasty water with her sickle around his neck, and she's gonna try to slice him again. I get a D4. Okay. That's gonna be 20 dirty.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, so that's gonna be 6 points of damage. And then she's gonna just keep kicking that butt.
Kick that butt.
That's a 25. Ha! A 4. Okay. 9 points of damage for butt kicks.
Oh, it's always the monk that are taking the kills.
Kill Steve.
Nice. And how is it that Kaylee manages to finally bring down another one of these jerkwads?
I think that she just kicks again and just feels like his pelvis shatter, and then just like is standing on top of him as he falls forward, and then just like kind of holds him down with her little hobbit feet into the water until he stops moving.
And as you do this huge hulking man turns to you and he says, I respect all of y'all's prowess in battle.
His voice.
Who are you? What's your name?
Name is Mortlock. Mortlock Vanthampur.
Mortlock.
Are you nobility?
Yeah, I'm the middle child of Duke Vanthampur. You know, she's my mum.
I could not be any happier to make your acquaintance, sir.
Oh, it's good to meet you too. I'm real glad you all came. Otherwise, I would have been right toast there. All these fucking cultists are all pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, what are you doing here?
Well, if you made it this far, I guess it's not worth putting on any other schemes. You know, I'm as you might imagine, not the favorite of my mothers. You know, I'm not the most handsome, not like Amric. So
Oh.
my mom's got me down here doing this job, and she has me coordinating attacks of these cultists on the city so that she can, take the seat as Grand Duke.
I'm sorry, so you're in charge of all of this murder and stuff? I'm giving very meaningful looks to everybody else because I was like,
Well, I'm not in charge of the cult. I'm just here paying them for them to go do their dirty work. Yeah.
He doesn't sound like a good guy.
Yeah, no.
I mean, if I'm not really getting anywhere more in life. My brother's put a hit out on me, so I'm just trying to get the fuck out of the city while I can. I mean, so if you're gonna fish me off, you might as well do it now.
Okay, well, how about you pay us and then you can go?
Yeah, there's the cultist treasure right over there, and he motions off towards.
I mean, but we would get that by killing you or not. So how are you going to sweeten the deal?
Yeah, and as he motions off towards towards the left side of the room, towards the opposite side where you were standing, and he's like, honestly, I mean, I can't really give you much. I'm a dead man walking.
Well, I say take to the sea, man. No one's gonna bother you out there.
Look, yeah, I mean, that's true. But look, what I'm going to tell you is that my mother, she's part of some old culty shit. Not like this Dead 3 bullshit, but like she's, have you ever heard of Zariel?
Am I?
Knowledge check.
Make it a religion or arcana or history check.
I feel
History check.
like Malady would know.
Yes, Melody knows automatically. I would say you get advantage.
23.
21.
I got a natural 20 on
So
top
did
of
I,
already
Celeste.
fucking knowing. Oh!
All right, so you all know a lot.
Yeah,
I've
Not
met her.
Kaylee.
let me tell
Malady,
you.
I stayed at her house last week.
Oh, it was a lovely villa.
We're like BFFs.
So yes, what everyone knows is that Zariel is an archdemon. She is the ruler of a plane of hell, the most outermost circle of hell, called Avernus. Hey, we finally heard the thing with the name in the game and the wow.
They said it.
And so Avernus is the most outermost circle of hell. It is bordered by the river Styx, and it is a home to devils, as the circles of hell are home to. Zariel, she is a fallen angel. She so for anyone who got above a 20, she's a fallen angel who has started her cult in Elturel, where she had protected the city long ago from an incursion of vampires. And so so there's this weird kind of like polarity between this very former angelic figure who's now turned devil. And so for the natural 20, what you would know specifically about Zariel is that Thavius Krieg, who was the high overseer of Elturel, made a pact with this angel to save the city. And since Zariel came and saved the city from this vampire and undead incursion, there's this thing that covered over Elturel called the Companion, which is actually a sort of second sun that is powered by the magic and power and body of a solar.
Oh. Shit.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So Malady hears the name Zariel and she gets very purple all of a sudden and looks way angrier than she ever has before. And she's going to just kind of hiss out like, so your mother knows a lot about devils then? Has she studied them?
She's like pretty high ranking as I understand in the cult. She's trying to bring about the end times for Baldur's Gate, like you know how Elturel's just a fucking pit in the ground. That's what she's trying to do to Baldur's Gate. She's trying to drag it down into Avernus, because you know that's where Zario lives.
Yeah, Melody's gonna like walk really close to this person and kind of like try and grab him. I mean, she's a wizard, so like she's just like,
And he's got these like huge
Yeah,
hulking
she
wrists that you
doesn't-
could like.
she doesn't give a fuck. She's like up in his face, like, tell us how we can get in there. Anything we need to know. Do you have a key?
Yeah, give us the key. And Calvin holds up his crossbow. Yeah, give us the key.
And he nods very solemnly, and he reaches down into a pocket that was hanging off of his belt, and he pulls out a key ring, flips it once in his hand, and passes it off to you. Obviously, as you can imagine, as a Duke of Baldur's Gate, there's a lot of security, which I can't do nothing about, and since my mom doesn't like me one fucking bit, I ain't gonna get you nowhere in that house, because, well, quite honestly, she would rather see me off dead, but doesn't want to do the dirty work herself. What I can tell you is that there's a dungeon underneath the house where she hosts all of her meetings. There you'll find an assortment of things of her, I'm sure. That's where she spends all the time. And I'm pretty sure Thirstwell, my other brother, my oldest brother, he never leaves the house. I'm pretty sure he's got some kind of artifact.
An artifact, you say? What kind of artifact?
Something fucking devilish. It's got all this weird script on it.
Oh, script? Okay. That sounds neat. But devilish. So we gotta be careful.
Anything
Yeah,
else that will help us get in there? Anything else to look out for?
The easiest way that's going to get in is on our property. There's a stable. There's a trapdoor in one of the stalls. You'll be able to find an easy entrance into the dungeon.
Hero goes up to him and gestures like he wants to put his hand on his shoulder, but since he's like too tall, he just kind of like puts it on his knee.
I keep forgetting that Hero's a dwarf.
He's like, hey man, listen, family history is just that. It's history. You're your own man, okay? You'll be okay. You don't need your mom.
Certainly hope not. I'm definitely getting the fuck out of Dodge, as they say.
To the sea.
Yeah, Malady just takes the key and like pockets it and just kind of steps back and is clearly very angry, thinking about things. Well, we letting him go?
Calvin is already taken off towards where he said the treasure was.
Nice, very nice, yeah. Oh, and as he begins to kind of like turn his back and walk slowly, facing all of you away, like, are you gonna kill me? Like, He's like, one last thing. My brother, Thirstwill, he's the one who's always at home. He's always got fucking imp spies everywhere. So, he definitely knows you're here. There's one he likes to perch outside this building, and there'll be shit tons of them around the villa.
I don't think that'll be a problem, but thanks.
All right.
Roland will reach into his pocket and he'd be like,
I don't know if it will help you far, but
and he'll throw the little like brass badge that he was given.
maybe it can help you get out of the city unimpeded.
Oh, it's a good idea. Thank you, sir.
Of
Your
course.
uniform.
I'll get a replacement.
Okay.
All right. So you are going to check out the treasure hoard?
Yes.
All right, so you climb a. This situation is so comical. So you climb a short set of stairs upward until you see 3 huge chests that are sitting in this little alcove, basically.
Are there any identifying like marks on any of them, or do they all look identical?
They all look pretty much identical. If you go to kick one, you can tell that the one in the middle sounds more full. But all of these are definitely at least half full of something, and you hear the clattering of coins inside.
Well, sounds good to me. Let's get out. Time for science. Crowbar science. Actually, no, I have thieves' tools. I don't need to be so barbarous with this. Yeah, so can I pick them?
Yeah.
Sweet.
While Calvin's doing that, Melody's like, we need to go. We should go right now. Clearly, this isn't. We need to deal with this woman, and we need to get out of here. Who knows what she's doing, and we shouldn't be wasting our time with this.
Melanie, I can't go tonight. I'm tired and I'm all beat up. I need to sleep.
This seems to have affected you greatly, M. I look at Kaylee. You don't know.
I mean,
Right.
I would say that a woman who's trying to pull down an entire city into hell should affect everyone greatly, right?
You've not given a shit about anything that's happened so far, so forgive me in noticing that you care about this a great deal.
He's right.
Does
I
it
think there's
affect you
coins in this
personally?
one.
That's great, Calvin.
There are actually 4 chests. I'm sorry.
Even better.
Heroes helping
Yay.
you open it.
Melody is just staring at Roland and Kaylee, going just.
I agree that it's worth looking into, and I'll absolutely help in any way I can. I was just curious.
I have a score to settle with people like that. Let's just leave it there. I don't care to explain more.
Interesting. All right.
Well, I'd be happy to help you in the morning, but I can't go right now.
She makes little finger motions and breathes to herself, and then finds some. I don't know. She'll go sit down somewhere.
Okay, talk later.
What did you
How's
do
it
on your
going,
performance
Calvin?
check?
What is that? So it's just my proficiency bonus if I'm proficient with a toolkit.
Yeah.
Okay, so and my dexterity. So I got a 23.
I'll say with that high score, you are able to open up both 2 of them, 2 of the 4. So in the leftmost one, you find 4,500 copper pieces, 2 red crystal vials with gold stoppers.
Ooh.
And in the second one, you find 10 agates scattered amid 1,200 silver pieces. And yep, 1,200
much of
silver
the-
pieces.
How much are the agates worth each?
10 gold pieces each.
Damn.
I was trying to help him open up the 4 chests, so shall I roll for the other 2?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Do I add anything? Strength?
Are you trying to just
Science!
are you trying to just crowbar it, or do you have thieves tools, or are you just trying to hack at it with your axe?
Do I have? I don't think I have any tools, honestly.
You
I'll
can borrow
prob-
my science crowbar if you want.
I mean, I have axes. I can try to pry it open with my axe.
Yeah, go ahead and make an athletics check.
A science axe.
Oh, perfect. I'm still concussed. I rolled a 7.
You thunk your axe and they're real good. It's a little bit hard to get out.
It ate my axe.
I think you should try the crowbar, hero. Just give it a shot. It's really good for stuff like this.
It's super fun.
Go
Dank,
ahead
some
go
would
ahead and make
say.
another one.
Okay. Well, yeah, okay. That time I rolled them 24.
Oh, thanks, man. And as you open you're able to get the other two open. The third chest contains a delicate porcelain dragon mask that's resting on a bed of 2,400 copper pieces. And in the fourth one, you see a bronze crown that has 5 spires that are red, green, blue, white, and black. That's resting on a kind of just rather mundane looking drawstring backpack.
Well, that's handy. I open the backpack and I put the 2 masks inside of it, as well as some of the coins.
They seem to disappear as if in an extra dimensional slot.
Nice.
Damn it. I was going to be like, I'll carry one of those chests.
I
Hell
do
yeah.
have pounds of how much each weighs with and without the treasure.
My God.
Wow. Okay.
Very specific because they knew fucking adventurers are gonna try and haul this shit out there.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All
Just
right.
start scooping it all.
I'll grab the chest that's full of copper pieces. The one with 4,500 copper pieces.
Yep. With the 2
It's probably
vials.
the heaviest, I imagine.
It weighs
Calvin
70 pounds.
Grabs the
Oh.
vials out of it.
Put under an arm.
Calvin's gonna grab the vials out of it before Roland picks it up.
Wise.
Kaylee just starts stuffing silver in her pockets.
I can carry that chest as well if you'd like, Kaylee.
You're so strong. Wow. Okay, wait. Okay, do it.
It
She
weighs
just looks at
37
me.
pounds.
Yeah, that's fucking nothing. Okay, yeah.
Wow.
Melody will pick up the crown, I guess, but she's angry. She's like not her. She's not her usual like. Oh, this is probably worth money and putting it in her bag.
So-
She's the worst version of herself right now.
Well, I thought I put them both in the backpack.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. Then
Uh,
I'm just
would it be a huge leap, Sage, if Roland, because he's not dumb, would it be a huge leap if Roland assumed that that crown is why the dragon priests came in here? Because
Oh,
it's the
yeah,
different
definitely.
colors, and that's Tiamat, right?
Yes. Yeah, as you're kind of like mulling this together, you're like, wait, dragon cultists, dragon claws, treasure hoard. Wait a minute.
This seems very dragony, doesn't it?
hmm So
Now that you
well,
mention
if you give me a minute, I can figure it out.
maybe we should just get out of here and go somewhere and rest so we can do
But
the
no.
next most important thing we have to do here.
Im.
It takes about 10 minutes. Like, no big deal.
No, my point is the first layer of Avernus, right? That's
hmm
where Tiamat is.
hmm
Was this stolen by Zariel from Tiamat?
Oof.
Well,
I mean, her cult is dead 3.
I mean, honestly, if there's tension between Tiamat and Zariel, that seems great for us and for everyone else. So, cool.
In taking this, we would probably be murdered by dragon cultists, but I really want it, so let's take it.
Aren't
You
we on
know-
our way to go murder them anyway? Or no, wait, that's the other cultist. Damn, I had no idea
Honestly-
there were so many cults in this
Thor
city.
cultist breeds
I'm
here.
okay with killing any hell-associated cultists that come our way. So, you know what? Sure, let's take this and have them come to us. Makes it just
Well-
easier, right?
Literally any cultist I will kill.
What a bloodthirsty bunch.
Thanks.
Yes, and what Hero does remember from those dragon cultists is that they were looking for Tiamat's stolen treasure.
Oh yeah, they totally wanted this.
Dope.
We could leave a note if we really want them to find us.
Do we?
I don't think.
I don't think we want them to find us.
I'd rather find them at some point. I don't want them to find me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Because if we find them, then we're the hunter finders, and they aren't.
Can
Yeah,
we leave
right.
now?
Yeah.
Do we need to do anything else down here?
We're already halfway gone, Tim. All right.
All right,
Yeah.
so we're heading out of this hellscape.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right, where are we heading to? If you call Tarina because she was so grateful for you shooing off Captain Deckard, that she had paid for your rooms at the Elf Song Tavern for the evening, which, by the way, it's only been 3 hours.
3? The dead 3? 3 cultists, 3 hours? It all,
It's a
it all comes full
sign!
circle.
It's a sign!
Say something.
Whoa, brah. Shit. Yes, let's go back there.
Yeah, I'm ready for now.
Wait, do we trust her with his money and
What?
She seems the type that would fucking rob us blind.
Well, if we put it in that bag, then maybe she won't realize that it's like a fancy bag. And
Will it
then
all fit?
I don't know. I punch things. I don't do math.
I do math. I can figure out if it'll all fit.
I'm not surprised. Calvin, brain blast.
I
Brain
mean,
blast.
We could go to a bank and exchange it for
Oh, yeah.
smaller coins.
Brain blast.
Let's do that.
Emma's like, oh.
It does feel pretty cool
because if
having all
we
these
put the-
coins, though.
If we put them all in the bag and then the bag is taken from us, we will have absolutely nothing.
Well, Calvin's got
That's-
like 84 pockets.
That's why
You're-
they say
Roland,
don't put all your
you're-
coins in one bag.
Roland, you're
That's why I have
a
lots of
noble.
bags.
You must be able to go have good credit. We'll just take all of this and you can.
No, my
exchange it
credit's
all.
excellent. It's a 770.
I don't know what that means. But
You see, the scale is very skewed. It starts at 350.
Like, as we're leaving.
Truly the fantasy, having a good credit
Yeah,
score. That's what
770.
we're here. That's what we're here for, this good role playing.
yeah, let's go to the bank for the first time ever in a D&D adventure. Please, Sage,
Wow.
take us to the bank.
First question, is there a bank in Baldur's
I'm
Gate?
sure there's a bank in Baldur's Gate.
There are
God.
no
like how
banks
you
in
just set
Baldur's
it up.
Gate. There are only seedy money lending businesses, which you know that you definitely do not trust money to.
There are no
Banks are a
banks.
conspiracy, man. Put your money in gold and then bury it.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take. So I need to learn darkness. I need 150 gold pieces. So I am going to go to a fucking ink shop or whatever and bring these copper and silver chests and pay for it with the copper and the silver. So that will
Cool.
help us significantly.
Beautiful.
Wait,
Yeah.
but you just took all our
Clean that
money.
money.
Is that helpful?
I'm helping you help all of us. So please carry these chests to this store.
Okay.
Go sell your salt, man.
So that leaves us
Why don't you do
39
that?
gold.
Okay. So that's really easy to carry around, see?
Wow, you really spent a lot of money.
Oh.
Okay. Wow,
I'm
we're
gonna-
gonna keep these rocks.
Yeah, keep the rocks. Those are worth way more and easy to keep in your pockets.
That is factually inaccurate that they're worth more.
I'm sorry, I thought
This
we
is
all...
what it's like having a damned mage in the party. Always eating up all the money and time.
Oh, what are those? Are those moonstones worth anything?
Moonstones?
Yeah, they were in the skull of the skeleton that I first did science on with my crowbar.
Oh, that's right. Those are both worth 10 gold pieces each.
What a mighty haul we've brought.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so nobody stopped me from spending all that money, so I'm gonna take that and learn the darkness spell.
Can you imagine the fallout if we tried to stop you from doing something, Malady? No.
You're
I
terrifying.
mean, I
Just
can't.
let it happen.
But
Just suffer in silence. It's fine.
All right. So
is
you
Kelvin keeping the moonstones, or is he adding that to group loot? No judgment.
I'm helping liquidate our
He probably hasn't. He put them in his pocket, and he didn't realize that they were worth anything to the group, really.
Okay.
So yeah, he's forgotten that he has them, basically.
So can we sell the agates to get the 100 gold then? And then we have 139 divided by the rest of us. Okay.
Let's go to an
Fantastic.
appraiser and figure out how much the porcelain dragon mask and bronze crown of Tiamat's worth.
We should probably not sell those. Or maybe, I don't know. We can use
No,
them as
I
bargaining
think we
chips.
should just keep those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least identify him first.
Mm.
At least identify him first.
Of course, Calvin.
So we each get 34 gold, 7 silver, and 5 copper.
Thanks for doing math.
You're welcome.
And
I
we
hate
get
it.
a priceless new spell to help the party, everybody. So that's, I mean, you really just can't put a price tag on that.
It's true. It's true. All right. And with your money laundered and
Yes.
I assume we all go back for a long rest.
Yes.
All right. As you walk in, Hero, you see Aelith. She winks at you as you all head upstairs with your pitchers.
I signal like 10 minutes.
Yes, and you all can enjoy the evening however it is that you plan to enjoy it.
So 8 hours from now, what time do we think that would be?
The 8 hours exactly would be like 3 a.m. But we could say you can pass a night having dinner and stuff, unless there's anything you would like to do at this time.
So do we want to, at 3 a.m., go and see about this other dungeon
That
and
actually
stop the lady? Because
would
that's
probably
what...
be a great time.
Yeah, I thought so. Gamble a little bit, get something to eat, get some
Melody
rest,
is
have
like,
some sex.
yes. Like, she's right by. She's like, yes, as soon as we can go. As soon as all of you are awake. I never sleep. She doesn't, really. She's a mess.
We would like to
Hashtag
take off
miss.
of the cover of night.
Yes. Absolutely.
Beautiful. You all set your alarms to wake up.
The alarm spell.
Aelith is actually leaving Heronius' room to make her way back down towards the bar to finish cleaning up after the night. She catches it, stuffs it in her corset. As you all collect your belongings and begin making your way towards the upper city, weaving through all of the small and dark alleys that snake through Baldur's Gate. And as you approach the upper city, you manage to notice a cloaked figure who seems to be heading in the same way that you are, but hasn't seemed to have noticed you yet. But she is obviously, or they're trying to obviously make their way stealthily as well.
They're cloaked, so we can't see any details about what they look like, or...
Mm-mm. You see the glint of the handle of a sword at their side, but that's the only thing you can make out.
I'm cool to tail her and see what she does, because she might, lead us in a secret way.
I can be sneaky.
Let's do a sneak.
I'll do a sneak
Right.
so good.
It's
Let's
so
see.
brisk out here.
Okay, maybe I should sneak ahead.
No, if you want to.
Should I get the lantern out?
Oh, wait. Okay. I was like, well, that's a 1 for sneak, but I'm a halfling, so that's okay. All right. I got a 24 for sneaking.
I got a
Nice.
22 for sneaking.
Very sneak.
Want to hold hands while we sneak?
Absolutely not.
Okay, just checking.
Anyone
Right.
else for sneak, or is it just us going?
Oh,
yeah.
you wanted me to come?
Oh no!
No.
Oh, okay, no,
No.
it's just us.
Okay, I was like, I thought all of what you were doing. Yes, you are very sneaky, and you're also trying to sneak to not be detected by them correctly.
Correct.
Okay, they do not seem to notice you.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, I want to they're going, and then I want Kaylee and us to be tailing ahead, and then everybody else is walking back behind.
As you get closer, and you can see that they stop and duck behind a hedge as you now have made your way up the city towards the very fancy part of town where you see these spread out manor houses that are on these vast tracts of beautiful green land. And you see that they're decorated by all these various hedges and that are leading that are lining these very nice past walkways up to these big long driveways. And as she stops and crouches behind by one of these hedges that's surrounding this very scenic flowing fountain, you start to be able to see as the moonlight hits their features that this is a very young girl. She couldn't be more than 15 years old, and she is clad in fine armor and has a beautiful sword. And then you see she's looking to see if there are any guards go by and begins dashing off into the night again.
Okay. I'm gonna whisper to Waldo to warn me if there are any other imps around.
Yeah, okay, you got it, boss.
Okay, and then look over at Kaylee, should we follow her?
Yes, let's go. I'm so fast.
Okay.
Well, I like to run. It's good cardio.
And as you draw, all of you draw closer to the house, you can actually now see this about 12-foot high brick wall that surrounds this huge manor, and on the middle of the brick wall is this wrought iron gate that has this big gold monogram V set on this black wrought iron, and you see these very it encloses these very English gardens in this towering manor house, and you see that there are patrols of guards beginning to walk and survey this the perimeter inside the gate, and there's a group of 5 that are walking out of the gate and down towards your path. So let me see your stealthy hard checks.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's another one. Hold on. Okay. That's a dirty 20.
19.
Nice. You managed to stay hidden. And all of you who are probably about 50 feet back.
Sure.
Yeah. You can see coming up as you get closer. You can see that Melody and Kaylee have ducked behind, and looks like they're waiting stationed here.
Did we see where that girl went?
Yeah.
She's about 30 feet away from you, down a little bit off to your left. And it also looks like she's trying to surveil how to get into this place.
Mm.
What is she doing? I want to know. But I don't want to talk to her. But I just no.
Tell me.
What are you doing? Stop. Or don't. I don't know. Cool.
The rest of you doing as Kaylee and Melody.
So are we just gonna like try and walk in there? It looks like they're hiding.
I don't know. Are we waiting for a signal or something? It's very difficult
Maybe.
to see without light.
I know. I could get the lantern out.
It'd probably make him mad.
Oh.
It seems like the thing that would make him mad.
Yeah, but isn't she always mad?
No.
True.
Yeah.
Teronius, what do you
Okay.
think? Oh, God. My, what a pungent odor.
Well, I take advantage of my rest times, man. Spending so much time in dungeons. But I think the ladies went up ahead for a reason. They can handle this. We'll wait for a signal.
Okay.
Agreed. I think I'm going. And I'd like sit down on like a box or something. Rest these weary feet.
Yeah. You can find a marble bench that's set off next to a little fountain and
Oh
some
my God.
flowers.
It's so extra. Yep, I just like, I don't read. Just hang out and wait.
I kind of want to just like see what this other chick is gonna do.
Yeah. I want to see if she has any intel here.
And as she's like looking over to try and like watch the paths of the guards, the ones that are patrolling the perimeter, and the one that had just passed you, she looks over and she catches the eyes of both of you as you're like, "What are you doing over there, girl?" And she ducks suddenly below the hedge, and she looks and she's like trying to like motion with her hands like, "Who are you?"
I'm gonna do it back and like who are you?
Kaylee's still just waving. Kaylee's still just waving. And then she's kind of does like a come here.
And if you motion to come here, she like army crawls across the grass like over to you, and she's like, who are you?
Who are you? What's your name?
My name is Rhea Mantlemorn.
Rhea Mantleborn. Melody spins it around in her mouth.
You're not with the flaming fists, are you?
Yeah, I take
No,
out my little.
I'm gonna like immediate at the same time. I'm like, oh.
Darkness.
I guess darkness.
And as you're like, oh yeah, of course. And like Melody's like,
Like, no.
pouncing over you. It's like, no. She like immediately like scoots back onto her butt, and she immediately like throws her hand over the handle of her sword and begins to like draw. Like, I don't want any trouble here. Okay. It wasn't all my fault that guy died. Okay, I'm trying to find out some answers here.
Honey, don't worry. We're just here to kill some cultists.
We're not actually with the Flaming Fist. We're more of contractors. And
No, I'm a deputy.
Here on extremely personal business. So why don't you just start with what are you hoping to find here? Perhaps we can help each other out, because we're all obviously trying to sneak into this house.
I'm here for answers. I'm from Elturel, and I heard a rumor that Thavius Krieg was being kept here. And I need to know what happened to my city.
Got it. Okay.
That's fair.
Then it sounds like we're all sort of on the same side here, because we definitely need to know all about what the hell this lady has to do with the devil situation. So maybe we can help each other out.
And she nods and she's like, okay, yeah.
Great. Do you have any great ideas on how to get in there? Because we got 3 people back there who have no chance in hell of sneaking across this.
We do know that if we can find the stables, we can get in through there. But then we gotta scale a wall probably.
All right. And as you all begin trying to plot on how you will infiltrate Vanthampur Villa, that is where we shall end this evening.
No, help us, tiny child.
If only we had some type of darkness to cover our scent.
You know what?
We're going to get good use
We
out
all
of it.
spent half the party money getting that, so I will use it all the time. I promise. As soon as I can cast 3rd level spells. All the time.
All right. And
we should
as
call the dice giveaway before we do our...
Yes. Dice giveaway first before we do outros, please.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I was about to say, and as you all have earned a long rest, you have made it through the dungeon of the Dead 3. You are now level 3.
Yay!
Dungeon of the Dead 3. 3 hours. Level 3.
Dice giveaway. Dead 3. What's going on?
Whoa, it's
Illuminati. Illuminati.
The Freemasons. Oh my god.
all right. So, yes, we must do our dice giveaway.
And the winner is Resilient Chameleon. You have won. Congratulations. Go ahead and let us know. I see that you're here. Let us know, hey, that you're in the chat. I just saw you say superbly entertaining, so got you. So go ahead and send us a message and let us know where to send your dice. Congratulations.
Privately.
Yeah,
Don't post that publicly.
Don't post your address here. It's a private message. And we'll get that
Don't
figured
do
out.
it.
Don't do it. Yay. Oh, congratulations. These dice are so sick. I'm very jealous.
They are very, very lovely. The pictures do not do them justice, and especially this derpy webcam. They're gorgeous.
Yes. All right, Sage.
Woo!
Back
All
to
right.
you.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in for our 3rd installment of our descent into Avernus. We have finally heard the word Avernus today on our stream. Woo! We're almost there. We're almost there to hell. And then things about to get really real, guys. I hope you're excited. All right. Well, I have been Sage, your storyteller.
I have been Celeste, your not happy to be here wizard named Melody, who's angry a lot.
I'm JB, and I have been Lord Roland, your resident cleric of Kellenvor.
And I'm Katie, and I've been playing Kaylee, your halfling monk, who is the sheriff deputy of the Flaming Fists.
No.
Yep, that's
no.
you. Mhm.
Naseem?
I went last time. I thought I
Oh, wait.
was 10.
M-N-O.
N-O.
Naseem, it's you.
You messed it up earlier.
Damn it,
Well,
you're so
we
close.
managed to make it work the first time. I don't know what happened this time.
This is a classic outro.
Sweet.
I'm Naseem. I was your dwarf fighter, Hieronius Dohard, and I'm concussed.
I am Paul Harpring, and I have been your Fire Genasi artificer, Calvin Coleridge.
Fantastic. Everyone, thank you for tuning in. We will see you 2 weeks from now. Woot woot. And until next time, Venture!
I did it. I remembered. Okay.
Yay!
Okay, bye,
Just opted
everybody.
out.
Going to the end screen. Woo!